Hello everyone, myself Gaurav Kulkarni, and today I'll be sharing some information regarding the interfaces in Java. So, as we know, there are four pillars in the object-oriented programming, which allows us or enables us to uh, to enhance the code in the various ways, such as the abstraction and the polymorphism are the features which allows us to reuse the code, which will reduce the cost and reduce the time of the development, while the abstraction and the encapsulation features allow us the maximum security, which enhance the security of the code. So we can write or execute the program very securely in other languages. So what does mean by interfaces? So interface is nothing but it is a part of abstraction where we can define it as interface is the blueprint of the class, which specifies that what should a class do and not how. That means it specifies the statements to how the class should be working, but it does not specify that how the class will be going to work. So we can conclude that interface is nothing but it is it is also as an abstract class, but having all the methods in abstract type. That means in abstract in abstract the method can contain or the class can contain the static methods, abstract methods, and non-abstract method. Non-abstract method means the concrete methods which has body in it, while the abstract methods are methods which does not contains any does not contain any definition or body. So in interface we does not create we does not have we are not allowed to have non-abstract method in it, though the interface can contain constant, defaults, static method as well, but we are not allowed to contain a non-abstract method. The next point is interface can interface. So what we are having to what we are going to achieve by the interface. So as we know that the Java does not support multiple inheritance and hybrid inheritance from the class, but we can achieve the multiple inheritance through interfaces. So we can say that the interface can be used to achieve the multiple inheritance. So the syntax to write the interface is when you have the first condition should be that the name of the interface should be similar to the file name we are writing in or the .class file name. So the syntax is we have to write the method name with the starting suffix interface, because this is the keyword from which we are going to implement the interfaces. So the syntax will be interface and then the name of the file, and in this structure or in the body we can contain methods and the fields. So the methods, that means while we are writing any method in interfaces, the methods are by default public and abstract. So when we write a program, when we write a code, we don't have any need to write public and abstract before the code, because while in the execution phase, the compiler by defaultly add public and abstract to the methods. And in the fields is nothing but if you have writing a statement integer a is equal to 10, this is called as a field. In interfaces, the fields are by default public, static, and final. So same as the methods, here compiler also adds the public, static, final statement before the code. Then in interfaces we have some limitations, but these limitations are resolved in the next updated version called as Java 8 and 9. So in Java 8 we can create a default concrete method. As I mentioned earlier, that we cannot have a non-abstract method, but in Java 8, which allows us to have a default concrete method, but the default keyword should be mentioned before the method. the second features, Java 8 allows us to have a static method, but before the static method, we should have to write the public and static keywords to execute the operation. And in Java 9, we can have a public method as well as a private method as well, but the syntax would be like this: we have to add a private in it. Java also supports in interface also supports method overriding. So there are few rules to achieve the method overriding, that the syntax or the argument should be same, and the argument should be same name as the second rule is the method should be from different classes. So interface will execute. The third function is the third and the most important feature is the argument or the parameters we are provided should be the same type, should be the same type, should be in the same sequence, and should be in the number we are going to achieve. Java also, as I mentioned earlier, Java supports multiple inheritance. So if a class interface, if a class implements another interfaces, or interface extends another interfaces, this is called as multiple inheritance. So that's it for today. Thank you.